Do you know what? Cue that one.
Yeah.
Because that was actually, there's a very funny story behind that. But it will take 2 or 3 minutes.
Well, let's hear it. We'll take it.
Yeah,
Let's hear the story.
So what happened was, and I think it was 2005. We were playing Blackburn, the semi-finals of the FA Cup, and it was at St David's Hotel.
Yeah.
And it was an early morning kick-off, and we'd had a big night the night before, and there's a lovely little sauna downstairs in the St David's Hotel. So I was up at 6:30 in the morning, get down there, sauna, sweat all the alcohol out, so we can get on it immediately before the half 12 kick-off. And when I went down the stairs, it was that time when Ashley Cole and the Mourinho and the coffee thing, and but we weren't on the back page. So I picked up, I went, oh, that's great, we're not on the back page this morning, there's nothing about Arsenal. And the guy who was standing at the reception was sort of looking at me a bit funny, and I went, well, and all of a sudden I heard this good morning, and I thought I recognised that voice.
Like, yeah.
Turned round, there he was, standing there behind me. So he said to me, well, what's going on? I said, well, Mr Wenger, we're not on the back page. He went, very good, and off he went for his jog.
Right.
So I went downstairs, they cranked the sauna up, and I jumped in the sauna, and with that, he then appears as a swimming pool outside, because it was visual.
Yeah.
In his Speedos.
Oh, budgie smugglers.
Well, I'll come to that bit.
Oh, sorry.
He's dived in, did his 2 lengths, he comes in the sauna. So I'm sitting there, and Mr Wenger's there, and I've gone, well, I'll give you some time, sir. And he went, no, let's talk. And I went, yeah, but I'm gonna. This is a moment you can't. Well, anyway, for 10 or 15 minutes we spoke about football. I was like that Mr Snowman, melting. I didn't care, but he just gave me such a fantastic insight into what he believed about Arsenal, and basically, it was at a time I said, well, for what we've done and not wanting to change our principles, and we saw what Chelsea were doing. We knew there'd be he said there could be another big investor coming into the game that's going to try and buy into another club. It's going to make it more difficult for us. And sort of you really got to understand how humble he was and how articulated he was in terms of talking football. And it was really, really overwhelming experience. But the bit coming to is when I came out and then went back into the, to get changed. And I've opened up my locker, and all this stuff was in my locker, like this tracksuit and all the rest of it. And I've gone, well, what's all this stuff in here? And all of a sudden I heard, what are you doing, in his voice? And I've turned round, and he's standing there, stark bollock naked. Right? Okay? And when David Dean turned round and says, I hope Arsene continues to wave his magic wand, I'm quite glad he didn't, because I'll tell you something, Kolo Touré would have turned round in the shower if you saw it. I mean, it's unbelievable. Unbelievable seeing Arsene Wenger stand there naked, and we just had 10, 15 minutes talking about football. So
you saw a naked Wenger.
I've seen a naked Wenger.
Wow, what a vision!
A naked. Well, I forget what it looks like now, but I don't think he'd be shy. So.
Well, not a budgie in sight. It was more like a swan.
Not a I mean, if he wore them Speedos, he must have been doing Errol Flynn and wrapped it around something, because there's no way.
Wow. This is it's a good job this show was repeated daytime tomorrow. This is one for the kids. But just want to say it's a lovely story. Okay. If you've ever seen Arsene Wenger naked, or indeed any other football manager in the Premier League, or in the league full stop, then we'd love to hear from you. Tweet at FANTV UK. What have you got there, Jack?
Sorry, the bit where he's laughing there.
Yeah.
Is that I went up to him. I used to go up whenever I saw him and say, "Oh, do you remember the conversation?" Blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
And then that was the final when I went to the training ground, and I said to him, "Oh, hello, Mr. Wenger. We met at the St David's Hotel." He went, "I've been to hundreds of hotels. I've met thousands of people." I said, "No, this is the one where I was in your locker and you were standing there stark naked." And that's why he's laughing there, and that's why we had the picture taken.